Etsy scams are an issue now more than ever, with many sellers reporting more scam emails and scam messages than legitimate messages from customers, especially for new shops. So in this video, I'm going to cover one of the most convincing Etsy scams going around right now, the Etsy tax statement scam, and exactly how to protect yourself from it. For those who are new here, my name is Starla, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And if you're new to Etsy, you may not know what to look for when it comes to scam messages, which is exactly what these scammers want. They know that you're new, inexperienced, and likely excited or stressed out about things like taxes. Excuse me. A perfect cocktail when it comes to running an effective scam. Scammers target vulnerable sellers who they believe they can fish information from, whether it be account details such as your login details or even your bank info and tax info. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Etsy's newest scam is making its rounds this month, and it looks a little something like this. You get an email that appears to be from Etsy with a subject line like, "Your end-of-year tax statement is ready." And as always with these scams, the emails look very official with Etsy branding, their big orange header, and a button that says something like, "Download your tax statement." It may even mention tax forms like a 1099K to make it feel extra legit. And that's the point. The whole goal is to get you to click the button and sign in as soon as possible, because who wouldn't be eager to see their tax statements literally in the middle of tax season? But this is where you need to be smarter than the scammer, because thankfully these guys aren't that smart, and there are usually a few signs that even the most tech-illiterate granny can identify. First, check the actual sender email address. Not the display name that says Etsy Inc., because scammers can type whatever they want in there. Click into the sender details and look at the domain. If it's something weird like close enough or something that is clearly not Etsy, liar, liar, pants on fire. In this email, we can even see at the bottom that the linked support email address is not an official Etsy domain email address, which is a huge red flag. Second, and most importantly, Etsy does not need you to verify or unlock tax documents through a random email button. If Etsy needs anything from you, they'll put it in your seller dashboard, and if a message is truly from Etsy, it will also show up in Etsy's official messages folder, a designated space for their communications. So if the only place that you're seeing it is in your regular email inbox, you need to slow down and verify before you click anything. And third, if the scam hinges on urgency, because these guys want you to act fast and not take time to think. Taxes are one of those topics that make people panic click, and the scammers love panic clicking. So I know what you're thinking. Okay, but what if it really is my tax statement? What if I ignore it and miss something important? If you ever get an email like this, don't click anything. Instead, open a new browser window and manually go to Etsy the normal way. As in, type the URL in yourself, use your bookmarked link, or open the Etsy seller app. Then go to your shop manager and find your tax documents there. If your tax statement is actually ready, that's where it'll be. And if it's not there, then congratulations, you just avoided handing your login and personally identifiable information to some random bozo with a fake sign-in page. So what happens, hypothetically, if you do click that button? Sadly, this is where the most scary part of the Etsy scam comes in. That button usually takes you to a mock Etsy sign-in page or some other verification page that appears to be the official Etsy website. And some of these pages are extremely convincing. From here, you sign in using your email and your password, and bam, the scammers have everything that they need to lock you out of your account. From there, they can change your bank details to collect your revenue, mess with your shop information, and potentially access sensitive, personally identifiable data tied to your business. And getting your account back after it's been hacked by a scammer is extremely difficult, not to mention a pain in the butt having to check your bank details and update passwords everywhere. So let's quickly review. If you receive an email saying that your Etsy tax statement is ready, don't click the link. Verify the sender domain email, and don't trust the display name even if it looks like Etsy. If anything at all feels off, report it as phishing or spam in your email provider. And obviously, if someone sends you a link of any kind and asks you to sign in, don't click it ever. I hope this information was helpful, and feel free to link this video if you see other sellers dealing with emails like this in the future, because I'm pretty sure that it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Also, let me know down in the comments if you've received one of these tax statement ready emails. And if you did, tell me what the sender address looked like, because those tiny details may help other sellers stay safe. Oh, and I should probably also mention that if this is your very first video of mine that you've watched, please know that this type of content isn't the norm for me, so consider checking out some of my other Etsy growth and strategy videos here and here. Until next time, Pookie.